Welcome everybody to the first of my world cruise videos. Starting off in Mauritius, our first stop after leaving Australia, Fremantle. Just crossing the Indian Ocean here. I think this is about 6,000 kilometres across, and at times it was 6 kilometres deep, I remember him saying, the captain saying. So we're in the middle of nowhere, like being in outer space, or probably more remote. But it was very smooth sailing, as you can see there. There's nothing to worry about. Got a little bit of music on here, just on the ship with the couple behind the waiter. They were always up dancing. They were from New Zealand. I did chat to him one day. I thought I knew him. That's Opus playing in the background. They played the whole 4 months on the ship they were there. Most other people come and went. They're coming into Mauritius, Port Louis, early in the morning. I think it was the 13th of May. Would have been about 7 o'clock in the morning here. It was good to see land after about eight nights of sailing. We did the Best of Mauritius tour with the ship. It was a ship's tour, that is. That makes it safer to get back to the ship. They won't leave without you. We had a pretty quick trip around. It was fairly hairy at times, the bus driver. Don't think he really wanted to be driving it myself. But yeah, that's the Port Louis there. Their terminal was absolutely amazing. Their cruise terminal, it was brand new, really nice. But yeah, we had a full day here. Here we are heading through town to, I think we went first to enter the waterfall. I think I have written it down here. That, to me, that looks like Tahiti there. After later on we'd been to Tahiti, and this is exactly what Tahiti looked like. Yeah, that's the name of the waterfall, the Charmerel waterfall. Must be pretty famous. I'd had no zoom, so I couldn't get up any closer than that. I think I was using the 360 camera here at the moment too. I think here we're walking along, we're going to see these coloured sands. There's 7 colours, they say. They change as you look at them, they can change colour, but to me they look just like, there they are there. I think they've got 7 colours, as they say. Pretty famous, I think, too. I see Carl in the background. We didn't know Carl at this stage. We did get to know Carl very well by the end of the journey, after 4 months. Yeah, the big tortoise down here in the pen. They were interesting to see. They were right there at that coloured sand, that 7 coloured sand. There's probably a story to them. Yeah, this place here is a big Indian sort of a get-together place. This seems to be a Hindu temple. I know there's a lot of Indian population on Mauritius. This is where they have festivals. I think it was either going to be on before, it may have been just on before we got there, or just after we got there. It must be big because there's car parks everywhere down the road, for kilometres down the road. They must get a lot of people come to this. Yeah, here we are, just getting a photo shoot here. Pretty amazing what they've got here, really. Weren't too many people here today, thank goodness. Weather was good too, as you can see. We had great weather. Seen it was coming into, well, it was winter. No, it was still spring when we left on the southern hemisphere. Yeah, all those tilapia fish in here. Jeez, it was just full of fish. This is another section of that temple. We've just moved around a little bit. Yeah, there's not a great deal of people there as I see there now. I see the cat just walking past. The cat does a bit of fishing here in a minute. I don't think they're starved, these cats. Look at that, it's caught a good sized fish. They're inbred cats, jeez. Here I put the 360 camera underwater here just to see how many fish there are. Have a look at that. Not the prettiest. Yeah, it was a nice spot there. Here, this is where we had lunch up here in the mountain. It was a hairy ride going up here in the bus, I can assure you on that. But they had lots of people come here for lunch. It was a nice spot, but caught up with a couple of people there that I've got to know. John and Peter Henderson from Alice Springs. Yeah, nice views out over the valley here. It was all right, the lunch. Being on the ship, we get looked after a whole lot better, but the hygiene's not as good when you're not on the ship, I can assure you on that. But yeah, it was a good day. It was a big day, I'm pretty sure. We must have left at probably 8 o'clock and wouldn't have got back home till 5, back to the boat. Pretty big area out here too. Up in the mountain here. It was just out of Port Louis this. Some lookout and we had a crater here behind us. I think that's why we came up. I wouldn't advise you to go to that toilet block in the background there on the right hand side. Wasn't up to the ship standards, that's for sure. Bit of wind up here. Yeah, that's the crater there. I think it's 80 metres deep or something, they were saying. But yeah, it was amazing driving through the town, Port Louis. It's sort of our first experience after leaving Australia, so all this was new to us. There's John and Peter there in the front of me there. Yeah, bear with me, this is my first video of the trip, so hopefully it will get better. They took us to this Indian shop here, what they usually do to try to get you to buy something. Wasn't going to take one of these home, they were fairly expensive. I can imagine why, there's a lot of work in that. But it was a pretty good little shop actually. Lots of boats, we saw them making them. Had lots of souvenirs in here which they were trying to get us to buy, but I don't think we ended up buying too much from here in the long run. Yeah, some nice boats.
Around 2,500 people that were affected, and around 600 people have died from the COVID outbreak. And then the borders were closed for about 1.5 years. As we are a tourist island here, there was no tourists on the island. Everywhere was closed. All the hotels, restaurants, apartments were closed. We were just on our own here.
Yeah, she was talking about the COVID times there. Just got back to the ship and they're refueling still. I suppose after doing 6,000 kilometres it needs a fair bit of fuel, whatever they put in it. I'm not quite sure whether it's diesel or light crude or something, but yeah, fueled up and ready to head to Cape Town, which was still another, I think that was 6 or 7 nights just to get down to Cape Town from here. Thanks for watching anyway, there'll be more to come. Hope you liked them. See you on the next one. Bye.